Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This is Donnie, and you are watching Diamond Painting by Donnie. I have an unboxing today, and this package has two diamond paintings in it. One of them is it's one I bought to replace one that was sent to me that was bad, and I waited a really long time for that diamond painting, and it got lost in shipping twice, and by the time I got it, I was just happy to have it, but it was in such bad shape. I filed a dispute, I got my money back, and I ordered from a different store. If you'd like to watch that first video to compare to this one, you can watch it here. You'll see the eye pop up. You click on that eye, and you can find that video. So, this one, the original was from a store called Small Girl Painting Store or something like that. This one is from a Painting Imagine store. Now, I pray it's not the same company. I don't think it is, because I ordered this one, I ordered these two, I should say, on February 17th. They shipped them February 23rd, and I received them March 7th. So it only took me 18 days to get them. It does have the picture on the package, so I'm just going to turn it over, and I'm going to pop these bubbles because it came in one of these. This tends to be okay when they come in these bubble things, if they have also put it on a foam roller. But for the most part, I haven't had much good luck receiving them in these. I have plenty of them to reuse. I don't plan to reuse. I haven't found anything to reuse them on yet, so I'm just gonna have to toss it. I hate having to do that. I like to recycle as much as I can. And it does not look like it is on a foam roller. They are wrapped around the drills. It is taped at this end. So here's kind of a view of what it looks like had the air not been in it. Alright. Oh, I hope this is way better than the first one I got. I see already a loose drill, and it's square. One of these paintings is definitely supposed to be round. The other one, they're both supposed to be round, so seeing a square drill is not a good sign. Okay, let's just take a look at it first. Let me pull the bags out. They do have inventory sheets, and this one is round. That's not the one that's the replacement. It came with a 9-placer, tweezers, wax, and a white tray. Let's get the other one out. Okay, it's round as well. So that is a good sign. They're both round. Same kit. Kind of surprised that they included tweezers when it's a round. And another little difference is they give you the clear pen instead of the pink one. So let's start with the one that's on top. I'm not sure. Well, let's see. One is a 40 by 30, and the other one is a 40 by 40. So this one, I'll do that one first, the bigger one. The 40 by 40. This, I paid $10.72 for it. And this is not the one that was the replacement canvas. Full round. And this is what it looks like. My love for Disney and that beautiful sky. I just thought that it was really cute, and how it's got the rings on the table. You know, I got it this size hoping to get, you know, specifically the details from the ring portion of it. I wanted to be able to see that. So let's unwind this a bit, pull out the smaller one, and see, today is April the 19th, so This has been sitting for about 6 weeks here, waiting to come to the front of the line because I do my, for the most part, I do my unboxings by the date that they came in. So this canvas is not super stiff, so that gives me a good indicator that it may flatten nice. But let's go ahead and, let's see, start unrolling it and hope that there's nothing. Let's look at the back. We can tell if there's going to be any puckers by looking at the back. And another square drill. We're hitchhiking. They wanted out of that factory. All right, I don't see any indicators of puckers, so that's a good sign. All right, let's start on the side that has the key. Okay, and it's all in one sheet. It's a pretty small key on there, though. The glue's coming off, so I'm just pushing it back down, putting a little pressure on it, and now it's coming up without the sticky part. I like having them all in one big piece that covers it, but I don't enjoy pulling it off when it's in a big piece like this. That's the only setback. Alright. So as you can see, as I was pulling it off at a diagonal, and every time I paused, I definitely did this. I created these bubbles. They're really small ones, but there is no way they did that. But it was the pressure of the canvas, the adhesive to the canvas being released, and it caused it to do that somehow. I don't know the science behind it, but it was definitely from me pulling it back. Because every time I stopped a couple of times and then moved over here to grab it. But there are other spots on here that are pretty bubbled, and this canvas is extremely wrinkled from being in that bubble boot. I call them boots. Pull it back as far as I can. Alright. Yeah, because the canvas is really wrinkled, it's got small bubbles in all those wrinkle spots. So I don't know if it's going to fix itself by being flattened or not. But I might have to actually bring myself to iron this when it comes time to do it, because the bubbles just will make it where your drills won't stay flat on the surface. But let's look at the image. Mickey and Minnie look really good. It's a lot of 310? Yeah, 310. But they do have the training wheels on the cymbals, which is a circle that goes around the cymbal to indicate where your round drill should sit. So if you hear me say training wheels, that is what I mean. And I've not ordered this one before, so that's not, you know, it's disappointing when you get a wrinkled canvas, but what's going to be disappointing is if that other one is just as bad, because of how many issues I've had trying to find this diamond painting, this other diamond painting, without problems. Alright. So, other than the spots where the canvas is wrinkled and it bubbles up, you know, it looks okay. It's not a major catastrophe. Those rings look like they're going to show up pretty good. They have the rings, which, you know, is also a Mickey Mouse symbol. The woman's ring and the man's ring here. I think that's, the woman's ring is on the left. The right, I'm sorry. So yeah, that is the woman's ring over on this side. But here, I'll show you what the canvas looks like. See, a lot of times I like to order this size because then they'll put it in a box if it's over 30 by 40, but not all companies will do that. Or they're reverting to doing, well, not reverting, but they're starting to do the bubble boot instead of a box, which does not make me happy if they're replacing boxes with that, because the canvas just, it takes a beating, especially when they don't put it in around a foam roller. You know, this could have come out differently had there been a foam roller around it. I don't know, but I do know there are bubbles. So I'll show you the quick peek of the, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of colors, but there's the key. It's pretty small. And we set this aside and look at the drills. It does have an inventory. They do have DMC colors, codes. And I like that they didn't use a massively large bag to put a small painting drills in. They do have the drills lined up neatly in the bag, so they're not just thrown all over the place inside the bag, which I guess you couldn't really do with a bag this small. And they included some baggies inside the inventory sheet there. They're not numbered. There is a quality control seal on it. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29. I had to do it again because I lost track. Let's do it by the DMC number. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. Yeah, so 29 colors. I'm going to write it down before I forget. Alright, so let's just double check to make sure they're all here, and I will be right back with you as soon as I'm done. Alright, all bags are here. Something that just annoys me with any company is when you have this many 310s, why not provide the bigger bags? That's a way less waste of plastic that way. But there's 20 bags here, so they could have gotten away with giving me 4 of the larger bags instead of all this extra plastic. They were not hard to read. The symbols weren't hard to read, even though they used all black. They were large enough to where I could tell this was 310. It's, I guess, the process of whichever they use, whether it works or not, or if you can't see it or not, I don't know. But one bag had a hole in it, so I just put it into a baggie, and I will keep it that way until I go to kit it up. And that's about it. So on the drill side, everything looks good. When I'm going over the drills, I kind of glance at it to see if there are anything that, or any drills that look oily, because you can kind of tell if they're oily because they will have like beaded drop beads on the inside, or they'll look kind of foggy, and you look closer and you can see that there's moisture, and most of the time that moisture is going to be, you know, oil. So that's it for this one. Let's put this away in the way and see what the other one looks like. Let's hope the canvas is better. So I'll be back in a minute and all this will be gone. Alright, so the second one is the one that I replaced. This one cost me $8.85. It is a 30 by 40 and full round. I call this Baby Tigger and the Gang. I put number 2 on here because I still have the first one, and this is the image. I really love this image and I really want to get this diamond painting. And I've gone through many hoops to try and get it. So let's see what this hoop has to reveal. Again, pretty rolled up. I'm going to start on this side. I always like to start on this side for some reason. The side with the thumbnail. I didn't check for puckers on this one. Let's look real quick. The other one did have a lot of puckers and such. It looks like there might be a bubble going on right there. But we'll see in a minute. But no puckers. Alright, let's pull this back. I try to pull it back in one without stopping so that I'm not causing that wrinkle that happens. Or that bubble. Like on the last image. Okay. Yeah. Right there, there's a big bubble. But it doesn't look too bad. There's some small bubbles. There's one up here that goes down. And very tiny ones here. But this looks to be pretty big right here. But I can still fix it. I know how to fix puckers, and I do have a video on how to do that. If you are looking to find out how to fix your puckers or bubbles, I have videos for both of those. I'm going to link my tips and tricks playlist right here in the eye. So I would just go in there and look for the bubble fixing video or the pucker fixing video. But puckers are harder to fix than the bubbles. So if it's just a little bit of bubbling, I don't mind fixing it. Puckers, on the other hand, there's only a few instances when I would actually have to fix them, and one of them is if the time ran out for me to, get my money back to reorder. That would be like one of the only times that I would actually try to fix it if it has puckers. So, again, there are, well, as I've exposed more of this, there's even more bubbles. I've had it with trying to get a perfect canvas for this image. It's not sentimental enough for me to want to get a custom or have it done with Evermoment with the price that they pay. It's something that I want to do. It's not something that means a lot to me, but I think the image, it looks really good, especially for it being around. These do have the training wheels on them, so when they have training wheels on here, sometimes the image can look really dark and not give you a good picture as to what it's going to look like. But as I can see through the viewfinder on this image, this one looks really good with the image, with how small the diamond painting is, at 30 by 40. I think it still will come out really well, just by what I'm seeing in the viewfinder. One thing that, is kind of confusing for me is, as you can see, the background here, it's all one color, this blue. And I can see it's all the same letter. It's all the letter A. And that is color 3747 anyway. But I figure it would look like this, where it's got the stripe, the alternating colors in the sky. I don't mind it being one color, but I was thinking it was going to come looking like this. And all of the pictures on AliExpress that advertise this painting show it like that with the alternating colors. I just thought that was an interesting, tidbit there. So I'm going to just make a note here in my book that this has a lot of bubbles in it. So when I get ready to do this one, I will know to expect to have to do some fixing. And same with the other one. As you can see here where it's wrinkled from being in the boot, that's where I'm finding all the bubbles too. So I honestly do believe that Bubble Boot caused it, the air boot I should say, not a bubble boot, but air boot. And if they would just take that extra step of putting a foam roller inside of it, you know, these issues wouldn't happen. It never fails. When you have it in an air boot, it's going to be blown up around what's inside of there. And when you have a diamond painting not conform to something, it's going to suck in and it's going to press up against every little curve and fold that it feels. And when it's around the drills, you know, it's misshapen. It's not solid. So if any seller is watching this video, please make note that if you insist on using the air boots, please put a foam roller in with it. So I do believe, I'm going to have to go back and watch my other video myself from my original one, but I do think this one is in better shape than that first one. Okay, so let's look at the drills. There won't be quite as many because it is a smaller diamond painting. Let's count how many there's going to be. But it does look like a package is opened up. This 37, well, that's the main color. Well, there's more baggies. They're very flimsy, so I don't use them. I've used them many times before. When I first started diamond painting, I didn't know any difference on the baggies, and I used the ones that had come with my package, and they just rip way too easy. So I use better ones from like Walmart or Hobby Lobby, Michael's, you name it. Anything other than those ones with the red strip at the top. Okay, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Well, it doesn't have less colors. It's got the same exact amount of colors as the last one. So there's no getting away with counting less. I'm not going to fast forward through this one because I know, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and count them. If it ends up taking me a long time, then I will fast forward through it, and you'll know that by whether I fast forward or not. But there are a lot of these drills in here. I'll show you what I do when I'm done double checking everything. So let's see, we've got 38, 35, 1. All right. 38, 28, 1. So they try to put them in order. When I opened that last one, they were in order, but because they wrap them around, I didn't pull them out in order. So 2 of that one, 38, 36, yeah, 1 of those, 38, 65, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I group mine into different sizes because of the way I put them away afterwards. I like to stack them, the bigger ones, and then I roll them up and put them in the bag that way. Works for me. 356. So I like it when they're in order because I can just go down the line, check off what's here, and I don't have to search for the number. All I have to do is make a note of how many I have in my hand and make sure it matches on the inventory sheet. A lot of the times with the better companies like Diamond Art Club, you don't need to double check. It's always good to make sure you have all your drills, but a lot of the times, sometimes these Chinese companies, the Chinese sellers off of AliExpress will sometimes skip one or miss a color or give you less bags than you need. And this is just good to make sure you know if you have them all, and if you're going to need to either contact that seller to get more, or purchase some more before you actually plan to start it, because there's nothing like starting a diamond painting and then having to wait, or getting your mind set on starting it and then having to wait to do it because your main color isn't there. I have had people actually be missing all their drills except for the one main color. This is 813, and that number is not on my list, so this is concerning. 809 is, and it's a blue as well, so I may end up just replacing 809 with 813. I'll look through my book to see how it compares, if it's comparable. 819, because that was where that one should have been. 809, so 967, because like I said, I'm going in order here and everything's been in order so far, but I've already passed 813. It's not on my list. 3340, and this one has a hole as well. There's a couple of gems there. 3340, one bag. Let me grab another bag. I just had a couple sitting out here. These are thicker. They're not the ones that are real flimsy. So I will use these. Alright, let's get those in there. Okay. Back to the count. 3607. My pile of ones is pretty big. 3713. So far, it's just the one. Okay. We're getting to the end here. 3855. 3. But the one with the most there, I always do the one with the most last. 3854. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I use that as the base of my roll. 3853, and it is leaking as well. One of them. I've never had this issue with so many bags having problems with holes. I'm not sure which one the hole is coming from, but it does match it, so it might have come out of this bag here, because yeah, I don't see any holes. Yeah, it was just an extra one that was sitting in this bag here that they threw in for extra. So this is one of the ones that's part of the other bags that are going to need to be taken care of. Okay, so 3747 has a hole somewhere. So make sure all 35 bags are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There goes another drill. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So I'm missing a bag. And I have a bunch that are, I don't know. I don't see the hole right off the bat, but I'm supposed to have 35. Let me recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34. Yeah, so 2 different issues here. So I don't know if I should contact them or not. I think I jinxed myself because I did a video yesterday. I was saying how I haven't had any bags missing. It's been months since that's happened, and now here we are. I am missing this color. It's in the wrong color. It's 813 instead of 809, and then I'm missing a bag of the main color. So I probably could go look in my old kit to see if I have some before I message the seller. Although I will make a note of the fact that they, you know, mislabeled. They put in the wrong color, and I put those notes here. So if I do end up giving, I don't review every painting I buy on AliExpress or every item. It's just way too much, too time consuming for how much I have. So I will make the note. If I do end up having to give them a review, I will make a note of that, or I will contact the seller and let them know what's going on. And a lot of times they will try to keep you from having to give them a bad review by appeasing you by either giving you the items that you are missing, or they will tell you that they're going to give you the items and then never do. So it's just hard to figure out if you should or not. But I just wanted to show you what I do, especially when there are a lot of drills spilled in one of your bags like this that these come in. What I do is I just take it, and this works especially well with the big ones. I just cut the corner off like that, and then it's got a little pour spout. I guess I didn't have that in camera, but see, I just cut off the little corner there. It's hard to see, but the corner's cut off, and it's right here. And I just use that and pour it into the bag, just like so. So much easier than trying to pour it from the top of this bag, getting caught in the sticky that's up here at the top. So that's my little tip for the day. And that's the end of this video. I'm not quite sure how I feel about Painting Imagine Store at this point. I'm not happy with the way that they packaged their diamond paintings, but I did like the way they had them, the drills stacked inside the bag. They didn't have a really big bag with a little bit of drills in it, less waste. You know, the fact that they have a quality control, you know, but what good is that when they didn't actually catch the error that these bags were missing? So I will probably not order from them again. They do have low prices. Prices are decent. Unless I try them sometime in the future and they've changed things, then I'm going to just stick to not ordering from them. Unless, of course, it's something like this where I had a really hard time finding this image at a good price. But then again, I still probably wouldn't go with them. I'd pay slightly higher for somewhere else just so that I could get better quality. But now we know. This, again, store name is Painting Imagine Store. I will link these two diamond paintings down below for your curiosity, or if you decide you want to get them from them. If not, you know, I'm with you there. So guys, until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Have fun diamond painting, and don't forget to always sparkle wherever you go and whatever you do. Take care, everyone. Bye.